Good morning, everybody. My name's Gary. I'm the Denver Guitar Orchestra, and denverguitarorchestra.com. That's where you go to get the sheet music. And I'm going to go post the link on the website right now. And I'm also going to tweet us. We're going to be playing Christmas music today. It's going to be delightful. Today is, what is today? Friday, December 4th, 2020. We're getting into the thick of it when it comes to the holiday season. And roll down here, post the link, Control D, Shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, fix the font. If I don't click that button, sometimes it comes out orange like the rest of the site. And what else should I say? What are we playing today? We are playing, we will be playing our scales, Friday scales. We do scales on Friday. Then we do Old Lang Syne, Christmas Is, First Noel, Green Sleeves, Silent Night, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So that's the songs of the week. And next week we will trade out some of those. And yeah, so it'll be delightful. Let me go finish my tweet. I didn't finish my. I have to do your tweet, right? I don't even know why we do that. https://denverguitarorchestra.com. Usually my pop up and I hit tweet. Makes me happy. Let's see. So people will be wandering in here in a few minutes. Somebody will tell me if the sound is good, and then. I was looking through our list of songs for Christmas, and next week for sure I will have our Hanukkah medley, and then we can talk about everything else on that list. About if there's anything in particular you'd like to move to the top to do, and then we can also talk about. There's a couple of pretty nice ones on there. And then I've got a couple of new ones that I've done arrangements for one of the other groups. Let me see what's on there. The two that I'm most proud of that I've just finished up are, I think one's called, what is it? I'll Be Home for Christmas. And then the other one I'm working on is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So I think anything with the word Christmas in the title, that's what we're working on. That's dumb, but that seems to be where we're headed. All right, I get my foot pedal going. Bluetooth. Vic is in. Sound is good. It's foggy up in Eugene today. That's exciting. We always want Eugene to be sort of dreary and foggy. That means the world has not completely gone off the rails, at least in the wintertime. In the summertime, it's lovely. All right, so the pedal looks like it hooked up. Good morning, Pauline. It's Friday, sunny and cool in Northern California. Pauline's been you've been pretty lucky with the weather, right? That sounds exciting. Today we are going to play just through the same list we played last night. Go ahead and pull up your scales first, your 5 scales. I think I don't spend a lot of time on this stuff. I am thinking about possibly taking it more seriously. And we'll see if we'll see if that thought goes away. But I want you to feel like, hey, when I come into Gary's class, I'm getting what I need. And for some of you, that's just learning to play. For some of you, that's learning to play well. For some of you, it's working on specific songs. And for some of you, it's like, you know what? I really do want to be able to be reading the standard notation, treating this like a classical guitar. And so I try not to overdo that right now. I do think it's important. I don't think you need to read standard notation to play guitar well, but some people think you do. And so I just want to make sure that I'm getting you what you're wanting. And so scales are one of those things where it's an excellent opportunity for you to start down that journey. Let's see. It seems sunny outside. Elizabeth is like woken up and looked outside and goes, well, I think it's sunny. I think that's a good thing. I hope it is sunny out there, Elizabeth. We're supposed to have a beautiful weekend here in Colorado. Beautiful meaning the opposite of what it should be. They're talking record-setting temperatures again this week, and what we need is it to be the opposite of that, and we need snow and more snow and more snow. I am becoming increasingly alarmed at how little snow has been coming here in Colorado since for the last 10 years, and it's supposed to be miserable here sometimes, but it never is. All right, let me adjust my pillow. I have this pillow that's decided he's had enough of me, and so I may have to trade pillows. Thinking about getting one of those drum stools, you know, the drummers use. Thinking about getting one of those. I spend 5 or 6 hours a day sitting at this chair, so I need to increase the quality of my posterior experience. All right, you guys have pulled up your scales, I hope, and what I like to do is just go down the list. By the time we get to A major and E major, I start falling apart pretty good. If you are planning on learning to read standard notation from the guitar, I do recommend that you don't use the tablature. If you are like, classical guitar is not in my future, then I recommend you do use the tablature. I use the tablature because I use the tablature. I think there's any number of bad reasons why I do, but I do think very much that tablature is a smarter system for this instrument. And you've got the standard notation there if you want. So let's give this a try. We're going to play the key of C major from the top and then back to the bottom. It says to play it twice. We've got quite a bit of music today, so let's just play all these one time through. So first shot, best shot. And let's just go all the way down. We'll have a little break between each one, and we'll just play the whole page. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, 1, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 2, 0, 3. Go to your next scale. Ready, play. 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 2, 0, 3, 2, 0, 3. Shoot. On to the next one. Number key of D. Ready, play. 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2, 0, 4, 2, 0. Messing up all the endings. And key of A major from the top. Go. 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, 1, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 0, 3, 2, 0, 2, 1, 4, 2, 0, 4, 2, 0. Wow, I'm messing the ending ups. And then finally, key of E major from the top. Ready, play. 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 2, oh, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, oh, 4, 2, oh. Yeah. Got the last one right, which is odd because that's usually when I mess up the most. So my takeaway is, boy, I got to work on my finishes, right? I got to be paying more attention to keeping my head on my shoulders the whole time through. Second thing I think is I'm trying to begin doing a little bit more work with index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Messed it up pretty good here. I do think those of you guys that are interested in classical music, that index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. So every other note. And what you see, like when you watch really fine classical musicians, this is, you could just watch those two fingers and they're just like on autopilot, always hitting the right string. And there's two ways of the plucking, of course. Open plucking, which is where you pluck and we'll just let the string ring. The other one is a rest stroke, which is you pluck and your string finger ends up on the previous string. And there's times you would use one or the other. For scales, I'm working on got a long way to go at keeping the open strums. Just that business. You could probably just do that for half an hour, just up and down, just with those two fingers, and make you feel really good about yourself. And then, of course, ultimately, you're going to be using all three of those. And tend to use the thumbs on the upper three strings and these fingers on the lower strings, but that's not a rule by any sense of the imagination. Nancy, scales really help me with your fingering. Yeah, I think, the thing that I notice about scales is when I first got back to guitar, this 4 on the pinky was just like, I don't like doing that. I have always pulled my ring finger over here, which of course pulls my whole hand out of position, and then I got to fight to get it back. But I started doing the 4s, and I started doing it with scales because I thought, you know what, you got to teach this guy to behave over here. Now when I see a 4, it's just this thing that you have to do. It's not something that I lose any sleep over. It's like, oh, there's 2 4s in the key of A. Okay, do it. And I do think, since most of your scales are right here in these positions, it can really just help you gain confidence and comfort level with working in these bottom 4 frets. And then, of course, in 2 of the scales, you got to go up here. And I was delighted in the key of D when I hit my 9 effectively. I do think I have a tendency to believe that classical guitar overdoes this kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, it's no matter how great of a guitarist you are, and no matter how many days you spend doing scales and etudes, at the end of the day, people want to hear your music. And while this is very helpful for you to get centered around your guitar, this isn't music, and music doesn't work like this. But I don't think it's a bad thing at all to spend a little bit of time on this. Hey, Evelyn. Pharmacy run. Oh, in Ecuador, you can get different pharmaceuticals than you can in America, probably. Did you get anything good? Got anything you want to talk about, Evelyn? I don't know. I'm assuming that, right? I mean, because I always assume that America has all these weirdo rules about pharmacy, and the rest of the world's like, yeah, it's cool. But then one time when I was in Innsbruck, Austria, I needed to get some allergy medicine. I have allergies all the time, and even today they're driving me crazy. In Austria, you have to go and sit down with the pharmacist in order to get allergy medicine. And she asked me all these questions, and of course she has this German accent, and I'm like, but I just have a runny nose. I don't want you to interrogate me. You're not going to put me in the gulag, right? I assume I'm in a Russian interrogation camp when I talk to the pharmacist in Innsbruck, Austria. If you haven't been to Innsbruck, Austria, it's like a picture postcard of a pretend Germany. It's like everything is perfect and colorful and beautiful and mountains all around you. It's unbelievable. And so there I was sitting in the pharmacy. Yeah, I have a runny nose. I have really bad allergies. I forgot to bring enough for this vacation. I should bring them on every single vacation, the big box. But I'm afraid that I will get caught at customs and they'll think I'm exporting or importing Claritin. Most drugs do not require a prescription here. Isn't that something? That is something. They let you be an adult. They're like, all right, we have this medicine. Some of it's good for you, some of it's not so good for you. What would you like to have? And in America, they're like, well, we have to treat you like a child, and we have to do all this system in order to get you your medicine. I think it's designed to raise the prices, I think is what all that nonsense is. All right, scales. Not a bad idea just as a warm up on a regular basis to do those. And again, those of you who are really wanting to get good at it, this is the trick: index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. When you can finally get control over that, and I'm not there, but when you can finally get control over that, that's going to make a huge difference in your tone and your sound production down the road. All right, enough of that. Let's go on to our music for the day. Today we are playing so many good things. And before we leave today, guys, I am working on ukulele arrangements of a Hanukkah medley. You'll get that as well next week. And I'm just now posting Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and I'll Be Home for Christmas, which are, again, I set them up for ukulele, but I will reset them up for guitar. So I know those three tunes I'm going to add into next week, but you might take a moment just to scroll down our sheet music page there at the very bottom. It's my old stuff. If there's anything sitting on there that you would like to work on, next week, please either let me know here in chat or let me know over email. Otherwise, I just sort of pick ones that I want to work on, which is usually fine. But the ones that are on there, I can clean up and get posted very quickly. Basically what I'm doing for most of the sheet music is just going through and putting it in a little bit more modern, a little bit cleaner format. So it doesn't take me very long to do that. If the sheet music is already created, I generally can get that up pretty quickly. So if either today on chat or in email, if you'll let me know any of those songs at the bottom of the sheet music page on the website, if you'd like to do any of those, that would be helpful for me in knowing how to prioritize my work. But for sure, you're next week, not for sure, but pretty sure, Hanukkah medley, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and I'll Be Home for Christmas. Those will be the three new ones. And then, of course, we'll keep everything out on the front page until the end of the season. I haven't had a chance really to start thinking about calendar for us. Let me just pull up a calendar real quick and make sure that I'm not, because I believe Hanukkah starts on the 10th. That's in my head. I'm not positive about that, but we want to have that in good shape by then. And then, guys, we really have next week and the week after. And then after that, it gets into the season, right? So the 21st through the 1st, we'll probably take that time off. We might meet once or twice during that, just so we can wish each other a Merry Christmas and then a Happy New Year. But I don't think I'm going to have every single day classes during the week of Christmas or the week of New Year's. So that's at least in my head right now. And then, of course, we'll talk. All right. I went over to find out what our first song is, and then I didn't look at it. First song today is, I'm on the wrong page, of course. I'm looking at the wrong, we're all looking at the sheet music page. Home. I think we are playing a song that starts with A, Old Lang Syne. Let's go grab Old Lang Syne. And then we'll play through all of these and see how we do. Lots of you guys were at last night's meeting, and so we did all these last night as well. All right, from the top, Old Lang Syne 2 times through, and skip 20 the last time through. And let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start again. That's not even close to the right strings. All right, from the top, I apologize. 1, 2, 3. turn the page. There it goes. That just makes me happy. I don't know why. I like that song. All right. There's Old Lang Syne. We have until December 31st to get that together. So you have, what's today? Well, it's November. 3 weeks. 3 weeks left to get that one finished. All right. Next up. Keep going to the wrong page. Let me go here. Christmas Is. I played this pretty cruddy last night, and so I'm wanting to do better today. Christmas Is. Okay. 2 times through, play down to the bottom, or not quite the bottom, 16, then come back and play down to the bottom, skipping 16. Again, nice and slow, trying to get those tones to really develop and turn into something. 1, 2, 3, 4. than last night. I will probably never in my lifetime be able to figure out A7 versus E7. When you look up here and you're like, okay, I think I got the right strings, and then you're holding the wrong one. It's come up before in my playing, and so I just know it's a mean one. How about First Noel? First Noel. Play down to the bottom, come back, play down to the bottom again, and then come back to 17. That's the tough one to remember on this one. So when I get down there, I'm always like, where am I supposed to go? So hopefully yellow highlighter at 17, yellow highlighter on measure 24, and that will help guide you a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of a note on my 17. All right, let's see how we do. 2.5 times through. 2-beat count in. 1, 2. If nothing else, that song teaches you to put a bar over 4 strings and your pinky on 5, right? Which will turn out to be a helpful skill. So there you go. Look at the toolbox we're helping build off with just one little tune. Nice arrangement. I think it really works. It feels a little long, maybe, but I like it. Let's see. Next up on the list of the hits, Green Sleeves. E, F, G, 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 Green Sleeves. All right, remember you got that tough 7, 8, 10 program up here. and then of course a lot of B7s with your fours, which is kind of a little bit of a bummer. But what are you gonna do? All right. Oh, and by the way, I don't remember which one of you guys I was talking to. Like, that's not going to happen, right? So don't let it happen. Just hit the four and then move on to the next note. If you can't get the four, the B7 with the four, I'm having a heck of a time getting to it. So I can imagine that you might be having a hard time with it. Not that I'm that great of a guitar player, but I have pretty big hands and a relatively small guitar, and so I can for sure reach it, but getting it clean here. It's harder than I wish it was. All right, from the top, 1, 2. Yeah. Whoops. That's a pretty good song, you guys. That's nice. I really like that song. I got lost in several places. Oh, on the last song, I have gotten lost in music before too. It's not as much fun as they say. The road less traveled. That's the road you were on, Vic. You were decided. You know what? He says to play it through twice and then go back to 17, but I'm gonna play it through 1.5 times because it feels kind of repetitive, and then I'm gonna go to 12. Yeah, I get lost sometimes too. The problem is when I get lost, you all have to get lost with me. Silent Night is next up. Silent Night. A lot of times, and you guys are all familiar with this. You're like, okay, I got that tough chord coming. You look up over here. You look back. You think you're looking back to where you left off, but sometimes you're a measure up because you know how often two measures look very similar. I've done that a lot where I've ended up playing the same measure twice, or I'll skip a measure accidentally. And so, the more you get comfy with the song, the less you do that, of course. And so if you're in that intermediate stage when you first start, you never get lost because you're staring at the paper the whole time and you go check and then you go back and find yourself. When you first start a piece, that doesn't happen to you. And when you finish a piece, when you have it like well in hand and pretty well memorized and your hands are knowing what they're supposed to do, you don't do it that often. It's that intermediate stage where you've got the song but not quite got the song, where you tend to get lost a little bit. I think that's at least my experience on that. All right, Silent Night, just 2 times through from the top. 1, 2. Oh, wait, this is 6. Sorry, I thought it was in 3. 1, 2. Not terrible, right? Not terrible at all. All right, guys. Big finale for the week is something is we wish you a Merry Christmas. So let's finish up on we wish you a Merry Christmas, and it should be right there, and it's not. What the heck? How is it possible it hasn't made it into my list yet? That is pure crazy. Let's go back out of here. It's probably on the front page. There you. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And guitar. I think it was probably guitar. Guitar. Move to guitar. Okay. Now, obviously, with a song like this, usually we like to have it be kind of fast, but I would say don't worry about that overly when you're learning the song. And also, you may not worry about it at all. It's one of these things where, depending on the style you play, you'll play it very differently. If you're singing and strumming and having a good time, you play it much faster. If you're playing the melody as a duet with somebody else, you probably also play it faster. But when you're on your own playing the tough acts, probably slow it down just a little bit. All right, let's wrap it up for the week from the top. 1, 2. To the top. Did you hear it, Elizabeth? I stuck in your A7 in there. You're 100% right. I'm going to change the sheet music eventually and put an A7 right there. A7 020. Okay. All right. For the rest of my life, I will be playing it that way. Very nice. Guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that's a good way to start your day off. I hope you're playing better than you were playing 6 months ago. That's really all I care about. And got good songs. Like I say, next week, I'm trying to get Ave Maria together. I'm trying to get, I know I will get a Hanukkah medley together. I know I will have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and the other one, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Those are 4 that I'll be adding into our list over the weekend at some point, probably Sunday night, probably Monday morning, but I'll get them up there. And then obviously toss me a note as you look through the list on the sheet music page of the website. If there's one of those that stands out to you that's like, hey, I'd really like to be able to play that one. That's meaningful to me in my life. And then I can clean those up and toss those out as a 2020 workshop. That's it. That's what I know. Guys, I'm always delighted you're here to hang out with me and play guitar. Try to do a random act of kindness over the weekend. Don't try to be safe. Just don't tell people you can't be anywhere near them. Practice. That turns out it's helpful. I don't know. And see, they told me it's helpful, so I've been doing it a lot and it works. And then keep showing up here. This is the part that really works, that I know for sure will work. And then subscribe and like if you didn't do that yet. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I will see all of you then. Let's see. Got a few notes over here. Let's see. Evelyn says, thanks again. And yes, I'm playing better. I'm playing better than 6 months ago. That's the bright line test right there. If you're playing better than 6 months ago, you're doing the right thing. Okay. And that absolutely is what we look for. Okay. Nancy, have a good weekend. Good to see you. Vic, good to see you. Pauline, I got a lot of sheet music trying this weekend. We'll see how much I get done. And thanks, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I might even get to see Elizabeth tomorrow. So I'll look at her through her car window. So we'll With luck, it'll work out, Elizabeth. All right, I will see all of you on Monday. Have a great weekend.